You don't teach them anything about the system of white supremacy at that age unless they ask questions at that age. At that age, they're most likely not to ask questions. But anytime anybody asks you questions, they're ready to learn. And that's the time to start telling them. Young people do ask questions. Young people are curious. Now, in the old days, a lot of older black people who were embarrassed about our condition, they didn't want to answer questions about our weaknesses, about our condition. So they would say, shut up, boy, you ask too many questions. There's no such thing as too many questions. All problems in the universe are solved through the process of questions and answers. And when a person asks a question, they are ready for the answer. Even if they don't like the answer that they get, they're ready for the answer because they asked the question. That's the nature of questions and answers. And that's the best time to teach anybody anything. Wait for the person to start asking questions. And then you tell, I always say, the codification process is when people ask questions, try to find out the answer. If you don't know the answer, say, I don't know. Mm-hmm. That's the answer to that question at that time. But I will do my best to find out and give you an answer. And give the person the answer to the question and give them the truthful answer. Don't skirt around it. But there's no such thing as too many questions. Or don't shut a person down from asking questions. Mm-hmm. You don't have the answers to a lot of things. I mean, most of the things going on in the entire universe, no one knows the answers to.
Including Neely Fuller Jr.
Yes. Never. I learned from the old sergeant that taught me something about logic, because I always say follow the logic.
Yes,
it was
sir.
a black sergeant. He said, Fuller, I noticed something about you. When I ask you something, you hem and haw around and you get embarrassed because you don't know the answer to the question. But you won't say you don't know. He said, let me tell you one blankety blank thing. Never be embarrassed about not knowing. You don't come into the world knowing anything.
Yeah.
He said, so therefore, never be embarrassed about not knowing something. And then he put the cap on it by saying, now, if you're going to be embarrassed by not trying like hell to find out.